From a referee hating a single player to another, almost relegating an entire team, these are the worst VAR decisions in football. Starting off with this moment, during the Merseyside derby, James Tarkowski went in hard on Liverpool's Alexis Mac Allister. At first glance, it looked like a strong but fair challenge, but as Mac Allister stayed down in visible pain, the referee pulled out a yellow card. VAR stepped in to review for a potential red, and with each replay, the tackle looked nastier than before. Still, the officials stuck with yellow.
The referee should give it on the pitch. For Paul Tini not to give it on VAR.
Honestly, Mac Allister was lucky to walk away with both legs intact. But there was nothing friendly about the robbery at number 2. In a clash between Galatasaray and Adana Demirspor, the referee gave a penalty for a dive so obvious it looked more like swimming practice than football.
Hamleyi yaptı ve yerde buldu kendini.
VAR called him over to review it, but even after watching the replay, he stuck with his original decision. Furious with the blatant injustice, the Adana players walked off the pitch in protest. But it was not as crazy as a referee turning into a hater. In a clash between Orlando City and the New York Red Bulls, a playful moment between friends became one of the wildest VAR calls ever. Kaká jokingly grabbed his former teammate Colin, but since they were on opposite sides, VAR asked for a review. And unbelievably, the referee showed Kaká a red card. Even though both players insisted it was just a joke. That referee definitely grew up without friends. Just like the goalkeeper at number 4, who got away with a huge VAR mistake. In the 2025 FA Cup final, Manchester City were heavy favorites against Crystal Palace. But shockingly, Palace struck first and took the lead.
They've got out, and here comes Munoz, and now Palace are attacking, and the ball comes in, and they've scored! They've scored through effort!
City didn't panic, and when Haaland broke through on goal, Palace keeper Dean Henderson rushed out and made what looked like a brilliant save, until the replay showed he had handled the ball outside the box. Normally, that's a straight red card for any goalkeeper, but unbelievably, VAR reviewed it and still let him stay on the pitch.
Guardiola hitting it long towards Haaland. Haaland gives chase, Henderson comes out, Haaland gets beyond...
Talk about getting away with daylight robbery. But the referee at number 5 let a player get away with murder. In a clash between Arsenal and Brighton, Declan Rice tried to slow down a quick free kick. Out of nowhere, he got kicked like it was an MMA fight.
Okay, well done. Okay, well done.
Instead of punishing the Brighton player, the referee somehow decided Rice was the only one guilty and gave him a second yellow card. One of the wildest refereeing calls you'll ever see. At this point, something's definitely off with referees, and honestly, I don't blame Mourinho for what he did at number 6. In the 76th minute of a heated game between Antalyaspor and Fenerbahce, Mourinho thought his team had scored the second goal to seal the win, but VAR stepped in and canceled it. Frustrated, Mourinho grabbed a laptop, showed the replay, and placed it right in front of the cameras to make his point. Yeah, it was a bit over the top, but sometimes VAR deserves to be called out. At number 7, Manchester United pulled off one of the most embarrassing robberies you'll ever see. After a 2-2 draw with Brighton had seemingly ended, United players kept protesting a late incident. Instead of heading to the dressing room, they stood on the pitch while most fans were already leaving. After a long VAR check, the referee suddenly awarded United a penalty. Bruno Fernandes stepped up in the 10th minute of stoppage time and scored the winner.
She's gone down. Big appeal. Referee thought about it and given the penalty. Fernandes. Fernandes steps up and scores! Fernandes in the 10th minute of stoppage time.
Winning a game after it had already ended? That's just insane. But that was nothing compared to what Manchester United did to Leicester. After taking the lead in the first half of their FA Cup 4th round clash, Leicester fought hard to hold on. But United equalized late in the game, breaking their momentum.
Nacho making a difference for Manchester United. It's going to come to Xerxes, and he's equalised.
Then, with the very last kick, United scored the winner. The problem? 3 of their players were clearly offside when the ball was played. But since VAR wasn't in use that night, Leicester were completely robbed.
Fernandes. Hermanson has gone back to his line. It's Maguire! Manchester United have won it! Right.
At number 9, VAR in Spain showed just how ridiculous technology can be. In a Copa del Rey match between Barcelona and Real Betis, Yamal combined brilliantly with Koundé, who finished off the move with a stunning goal.
Yamal, Koundé, that understanding, Koundé! Hey, he's got the rest of the evening now to find a hat-trick. He's got 2 sensational goals!
Everyone celebrated until VAR stepped in. The goal was cancelled because Koundé's toe was offside. Yes, his toe.
The VAR is asking the referee to halt the restart, and Jules Koundé can only talk about the finish. The goal, it appears, is chalked off.
At least he laughed it off afterward, even joking that Adidas should send him a new pair of boots. But if you think that was bad officiating, wait until you see what VAR pulled in Australia. In a clash between Adelaide and Sydney FC, attacker Ibusuki was shown a straight red card for what looked like a dangerous tackle.
There's a massive tear in those boots. This is going to be a booking for Ibusuki. Oh, it's more than that. It's a straight red.
At first, it seemed like the correct call. But when VAR reviewed the incident in slow motion, the replays clearly showed he never even touched his opponent. And yet, unbelievably, VAR still upheld the red card.
Tear in those boots. This is going to be a booking for Ibusuki. Oh!
That's when you know the system is broken. But at number 11, VAR almost relegated an entire football club. Freiburg and Mainz were locked in a relegation battle, and neither side could afford to lose. The first half ended in a boring 0-0, and both teams started heading down the tunnel. Then, out of nowhere, the referee called the players back onto the pitch for a VAR check.
Lovely run from Brzezinski on the right-hand side, just ahead of half-time. There's the handball from Kemp. Was it or was it not the correct decision? The referee said no initially. Video review said yes.
From the replay, it was clear there had been a handball. But instead of making the call instantly, VAR dragged it out for 6 whole minutes before finally awarding the penalty. 6 minutes of chaos that could have decided the fate of an entire club. But the red card at number 12 might be one of the worst in Premier League history. In the dying minutes of West Ham versus Fulham, Thomas Soucek was preparing to take a free kick and accidentally struck Aleksandar Mitrovic in the face.
And a half to go in stoppages as the ball's floated in here. The referee spotted that a Fulham player has gone to ground.
Mitrovic went down dramatically, exaggerating the contact. VAR called over the referee, Mike Dean, to review the incident. And despite it being clearly unintentional, Dean didn't hesitate. He gave Soucek a straight red card.
Yep. There we are. He's given a red card, and you have to say that is, well, I can't see that.
It's criminal.
It was one of those moments where you just shake your head and say, come on, really? But as bad as this looks, it's nothing compared to what happened at number 13. Aston Villa were fighting relegation, and their opponents, Sheffield United, were chasing a European spot. Villa defended stubbornly, holding them off until a free kick completely changed the game. The ball and the goalkeeper clearly crossed the line, yet without VAR that day, Sheffield United were robbed of a perfectly legitimate goal. The VAR at number 14 completely forgot their duties. During a 2022 clash between Chelsea and Tottenham, the Blues were clinging to a 2-1 lead.
Good delivery now, and he's hammered in. By...
This was the incident. Well, it was the flick up there that maybe there was a handball.
Side against Richarlison in the way of Mendes line. You have to say from that angle he possibly could be, but
Now Sterling, James is the man over, Reece James! Chelsea have their lead back!
But in the dying minutes, Tottenham went all out for an equalizer. While waiting for a corner, Christian Romero pulled on Cucurella's hair, dragging him to the ground. Shockingly, the referee allowed play to continue, and Tottenham scored to make it 2-2 deep into stoppage time.
And it comes, and it's headed in for 2-2. Deep into stoppage time, Chelsea couldn't...
And it's finished. It hasn't finished. Correction. It's only just started.
It was almost too convenient that VAR stopped working right when Chelsea needed it the most. However, for our last moment, Barcelona player again got robbed. Robert Lewandowski thought he had given Barcelona the lead against Real Sociedad. But after a long VAR check, the goal was disallowed because his feet were just a little too far forward.
Oh my God. Hell.
It's moments like this that make you think having big feet can actually be a disadvantage.